Hello everybody, Logan here with another video. Today I got something cool to show you. This is the new for 2021 Gemmy Animated Crawling Reaper. This retailed for $27 and it was sold exclusively through Lowe's. So basically the item moves side to side like he's crawling, but luckily he doesn't actually move, meaning I don't have to worry about him going anywhere during the haunt. He speaks four phrases, which I didn't even realize they were separate phrases until literally just now when I was filming him. So that was kind of interesting. The eyes light up red, and he just, I don't know, not like a super like spectacular prop to really write home about. Kind of like this guy over here, but still kind of a neat item. I was kind of going out buying a lot of things from a couple stores for the haunted house, and this was the last one they had, and I was like, I have money for it. I was like, I might as well kind of get it. You know, it's nothing like too spooky, but it's like spooky, but not like really scary, if that makes sense. So he's just a Reaper with a white cloak, which I think I'm gonna redo the cloak in the Reaper itself, make him look a little more rotten. Um, and you'll kind of see that obviously when I do my display video. You'll see that he'll have a different colored cloak. I just think the white's like too perfect for something that's kind of crawling out of the ground. So I'm definitely going to give him more of an undead appearance and more kind of grody looking. I mean, for a Gemmy item, it's not terrible. I don't hate it. It's just really simplistic, you know, if that makes sense. And again, it's like nothing special. But like it's cool, but like it's not special, you know. The price point I think is pretty okay. It's a small. I mean, it's small. I mean, I'll count it as a life size, so it'll be a sideshow review. But it's not humongous, but it's also not like a tabletop. You know, you kind of know what I mean. Like, I don't know. The audio is all right. You know, it's kind of what I would expect from Gemmy. Um, Design, you know, exactly what I would expect from Gemmy. Everything's just very Gemmy, you know. It's just kind of generic, but it's not awful. It's not like overly cartoonish audio. The audio, like, I can stand it. The design, I can stand it. Because Gemmy, I don't know, Gemmy's kind of weird sometimes. Because sometimes they'll make, like, really good stuff, and sometimes be, like, really kind of cartoonish or really kind of kiddie. And I'm not a big fan of that. That's not really, like, my side. And I mean, like, more kiddie than that and that. Like, those work. Like, a lot of Gemmy stuff, it just doesn't. But I understand there are people who appreciate Gemmy and love them, and I'm not gonna, like, rag on them because everyone likes their own stuff, but that's just kind of my personal opinion. Um, it's not super loud, which I appreciate. It's not like, but it's not super quiet. It's kind of in that perfect middle. You know, unlike, you know, this that's super loud. You know, it's got that right amount of balance with how loud it is, which I like that a lot. I don't like my props like overly loud, if that makes sense. Especially with like the scream in the beginning of his audio. I feel like if it was really loud, it would be really, really obnoxious, you know? So I'm not going to show off all the phrases, but I'll show off a couple of them. They all kind of just sound the same, it's just towards the end that they're different. His phrases are pretty long, which I don't really mind because that means, you know, like, he's not like a outstanding prop, if it makes sense. Like, it's not something like a life, like hugs or whatever, you know, where it grabs your attention. But at least when someone walks by it, he's still gonna be moving, so it still gives the, like, prop a little bit of life. To my knowledge, he is sound only. I've yet to find an actual motion sensor on him. Um, But I do kind of want to look at that sculpt because the sculpt isn't terrible. I mean, it's a skull, but I like how it's an actual kind of different skull sculpt and not like one of those plastic, cheapo, normal skulls. You know, they sometimes use like the Sunstar skull. You know, it's a little different. And I've seen this used on Sunstar items, so I mean those aren't sucky skeletons anymore. And obviously the hands are kind of like the Fun World skeletal hands. And again, they're not like overly thick, like the really thin knockoff SVI hand. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's really it. Again, not like an outstanding, really like wow, I'm gonna write a whole amazing blog post about this type of prop. But it exists, and I appreciate its existence, and I use it, and it's good for what it is. The arms are posable, but I don't know. I don't really feel the need to pose them besides like this. I think this looks good. Like he's actually crawling out of the ground. That's kind of what he's doing. Not really a lot of complaints. I think the only thing I find weird is his hood. Why is it this long? Like, that's really weird. That's like really it. It's not even a complaint. It's just a unnecessary addition to this guy. It's like a sleeper's cap. It's weird. It's a weird prop. But yeah, that is the animated crawling reaper. I mean, I don't really have a recommendation. It's just it exists. If you want it, go for it. If you don't get it. Type of deal. But it's nothing that I find really spectacular. It's just, it's there. It does something. It does the job. That's really it. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.